you, as you so proudly stated, I am black. And you being a black guy, you kind of feel like I do, and kind of like how Tommy feels sometimes. It's like, hey, man, all around us, we see a lot of diversity going on. Of course, in the movies, we don't see that reflected there. I was schooling my girl right here on some comic book stuff. Now, you're talking about, she's like, yeah, you see? Now, here's a deal right here. Yeah. Get how you make that gang symbol, that SM right there. But here's the deal with DC and Marvel. Now, Marvel... Everybody's talking about Black Panther and Luke Cage. Mm-hmm. We had Blade out there.
Blade, the first one
out the gate right there. Now,
and that's as black as you can get. That's Wesley Snipes.
That's Wesley Snipes.
They were like, if we're gonna do this, we need to go all out.
Yeah,
that's purple.
Purple man. But now we got it. Let me just say something about DC real quick before we start getting off on DC. Now, DC, they already hinted that with the Marvel, with the DC universe, and especially with this new Superman versus Batman that's coming up, they've already said that they're going to introduce the character of Cyborg. Cyborg's black,
Only one.
No, that's not. That is not the only one.
Okay.
That is not the only one. How come everybody keeps forgetting my boy Green Lantern, man?
But see, it's Hal Jordan.
Yeah, and they already did. They already went with Ryan Reynolds.
Because they have.
I like Jon Stewart better.
They got the Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
Way better.
Let me see, Jon Stewart Green Lantern.
But don't you think that they kind of forced that in though?
That's
sort
what
of
I
thing.
think.
Like it's kind of like as opposed to Black Panther and the Falcon, which are actually they were made to be black, whereas the Jon Stewart Green Lantern is basically just a substitute Green Lantern. It's not like
exactly. The way I saw it was times were a changing, and Green Lantern really wasn't doing that well at the time, so that's when they switched this shit up.
The hell is the
maybe we need a more diverse, Green Lantern.
Yeah,
They have a black Batman, Batwing is black, and the other new Spider-Man was also black.
Oh, the Miles Morales Spider-Man. But he's like,
Brandon, you right.
Where'd that voice come from?
But the thing is that that's Marvel. So Marvel's already been saying, we're all about diversity. Back in the day, if Marvel would have made a whole bunch of black characters. But
fuck, Marvel just changed Thor into a woman, so they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Trying to get that diverse money.
It's the shit. We know who's got money out there now.
And isn't Hawk? No, shit, that's DC. One of them's lesbian. Who? A comic book character. They made her. She's lesbian too.
Right. I forgot.
God damn! Is it Hawk or Marvel?
It's Butch Girl. No, hey, man, that's cheap, and that's not right. You know what? So in the movie, it's going to be the Hal Jordan, the white Green Lantern.
The new one, I have no idea.
Because they've been talking about.
I hope not.
They talked about. Look, they fucked up that Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds so much. They said we want to get away from that so bad. Okay, we'll make the Green Lantern black.
That's what everyone wants anyway.
And that's the one everyone wants.
Yeah.
So honestly, there's a chance that DC might actually be making some of their characters. You might be seeing a little more diversity in that. Now, I didn't like when they were talking about getting The Rock as I was like, why?
That cannot be a substitute every time.
You got to get somebody that we are sure is black.
Yeah,
like we don't know what The Rock is right now.
He don't know what the fuck.
He don't know what he is. Between him and Vin Diesel, we don't know what the fuck that.
I give up.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, they're from another planet.
That's why they threw him in Fast and Furious. They were like, they might make one black person. We have the Vin Diesel and The Rock.
Yeah, I remember when that Fast. I'm like, are they brothers?
Are they brothers? What is going on?
Yeah. Shit, there was sometimes when the action was going so fast, I couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah, right.
Who's driving what car? But here's how I feel about things, and I'm gonna get your opinion on it. You asked why doesn't Hollywood see this? Because Hollywood, look, man, I tell everybody this all the time. A lot of younger people forget this. It was just 40 years ago, barely 50 years ago that we actually start to become desegregated.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these problems you're seeing with the police, a lot of these problems that we're seeing with these racial issues, a lot of the problems that we see with homosexuality that we just talked about, this is new for us because our world is just changing rapidly. So everybody's kind of reacting real crazy.
It's shock.
It's shock, but people still hold on to, and that shock comes from people still trying to hold on to what they think works.
Yeah.
Keeping black here and white there, that worked for me.
Right.
But everybody's saying that's not working. It's not really portraying the world like it actually is.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Over in London, or over in the UK, they are ahead of integrating the mingling of races in their shows and movies than we are.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm watching shows all the time where over here, like I said, over here it's okay with white dudes to get with girls of color. You know, that we're not shocked by that. Over here, it's still kind of taboo for black dudes to get with white women. Over in London, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm watching that show Black Mirror. They do that shit all the time.
They do it like
They don't
every
give a
other
fuck.
episode. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you should watch that show, man. It's a really good show. If you haven't seen Black Mirror,
So
I'll
it
show you a
gets
trailer
better.
a little bit.
Because we talked about this.
I'll talk about it in a little while.
Okay.
I don't want to get off track here, but the thing with Hollywood is still old school, and Hollywood is still a little bit nervous about going out and venturing into other grounds. As we all heard, they said Denzel Washington is a risk.
Yeah.
You know, we can't send him
Yeah,
overseas because he
He's
can't
a
make
risk.
money.
We ain't got shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still in that mindset that black people will only spend their money on stuff that's either majority white or if it's a lead black person in the movie, it has to be a comedy or urban film.
Yeah.
You know, they don't realize that everybody's kind of Tommy and I talk about this all the time. Tommy and I were not raised in the ghetto. You know, Tommy and I weren't raised urban. We about the corniest middle class motherfuckers you ever meet.
Yeah.
And we hardly ever see them. You know, the only time we see ourselves really our type of black people portrayed on TV is if it's Cosby, or if it's Carlton or
Exactly.
something like that. We never saw somebody just, hey, you know, I'm just a black dude.
Have you ever seen Omar Epps in Resurrection? I mean, he plays somebody that could have been a white character, and he doesn't play him urban or anything like that.
Well, you know, first of all, I have not seen that.
seen that shit.
What is it?
Resurrection is pretty much like have you ever read that comic Revival?
No.
It's a small town where the dead people just come back.
Oh, Omar Epps.
Omar Epps,
Yeah. I know the show where
Yeah.
he's a sheriff. He goes up and he says, "Hey, your kids,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey, my kid's fucking dead. Hey,
Yeah,
get that motherfucker out of here."
That could have easily been a role for a white guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Another movie I saw that I appreciate was About Last Night, where that entire the whole cast could have been white, and it wouldn't have made any difference because they wouldn't have to change anything in the script.
Damn, you know what?
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
like
to.
that.
I don't want to stereotype, but Omar Epps, he's one of them scary black dudes in that picture right there.
Oh, yeah.
This your baby?
I guess it is now.
Yeah, I'll take him as long as you get the fuck off my steps. But you know what? No, look, I don't want to say that it's bad because we're seeing things change, and you're seeing things change because the reason why you see things change is because television. We see things like different modes of distribution and different modes of getting different shows out there besides networks. You know, independent film is getting different modes of distribution. So, you know, people out there doing it. It's the people with the most money at stake that like, you know, I like black people,
Yeah, not that much.
but not that much, not that much to take a gamble on you.
Exactly. I'm excited though about this year because we have two things that kind of, you know, because I read an article that interracial relationships still, you know, on the rise.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, people just don't give a fuck anymore. Mm-hmm. But we have this new show.
So do you guys both think that maybe it has to be like our generation, the people who were born in like, let's say the 70s and the 80s, get to a certain age, then we'll have the power and we'll see it like by the time we're in a more of an elderly state when we're like in our 80s.
Well, you know,
and
Tommy
90s,
was touching on that right now.
Yeah, because I mean, we got like that movie Focus coming out with Will Smith.
Oh, with Will
Margot
Smith.
Robbie,
That's
and then
right.
we got Luke Cage and Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
That's right.
Those two
That's
interracial
right.
couples that and Luke Cage is a black motherfucker. I don't know.
Yeah,
So, you know,
yeah, he's dark as hell.
he's dark as hell.
And you know the thing about that's a good point of bringing about Focus because I noticed on the marketing for Focus,
It's heavy.
it's heavy.
It's heavy, yeah.
and it's heavy, and they don't mind putting it out in the open now.
They don't.
It's like posters have Will Smith and Margot Robbie on them embracing each other,
Yeah.
like you see right there. I think Hollywood, you know, the thing is, no, I don't think we're going to be elderly when we see this. I don't think we're going to be old. I don't think it's going to take another generation. I think we're actually here. Yeah. I think Hollywood is still reluctant.
They are
but,
reluctant,
but you know, the thing
shit
is,
like this is going to force them to have to, you know, open their eyes and be like, well, okay, I guess it's okay.
yeah, exactly. And notice that they have to do it with the right star.
Yeah.
Will Smith, he's safe for white people.
Yeah, he's safe.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah. But at least they're doing it. Because remember Hitch?
But like I said
come on.
before, like the diversity, like look what they've changed the Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan now is the Human
Right.
Torch. So Marvel is kind of almost like how we're talking right now. Marvel is in sync with. But DC, well, I guess because DC, we have yet to see it unfold because
You will.
the new generation of
Yeah.
DC movies.
Let DC
just
catch
doesn't
up.
Feel like that.
Hey,
DC's already been behind.
We all know DC. DC's behind on everything. So DC behind is on. They're behind on. Look, if DC's behind on their own superheroes, you know, they ain't giving a fuck about race right now.
Yeah, right. They're trying to focus on actually making a successful superhero
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
But you know, to give Hollywood credit, man, I think that, like I said, I think they're still precautious, and I think that you're right. You know, they really aren't reflecting reality. But if you notice, progress is being
I
made.
think we're at that point now.
and they should be given credit for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. What about you? Let me ask you a question, and don't. I want you to be completely honest.
Got it.
I want you to be completely honest. Would you ever date a black guy?
Yeah.
Really?
No, I would.
You would.
I'm all about personality.
You're all about personality,
Yes.
and you're 21.
Yes, I am.
Okay, now see, there you
There
go.
you go, yeah.
There you go.
It's your
You
hope
know,
right there.
It's that generation of don't give a fuck.
It is.
You know. I've told you all the time, and you know this. You put different people together, and we will fuck each other. You know,
It is, yeah.
if aliens come down here and walk on two legs and got two arms, and they might even have a cone for a head, but if they just look nice, we'll
Yeah.
fuck them too.
Why not?
You know, if they come down
Captain
here,
Kirk did it.
Captain Kirk did. He fucked the green chick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck, man. That's what people got to realize. It's done. All this KKK, the South will rise again, and
Segregation, all that
segregation.
shit.
That shit is done.
It's funny. The South is what most of interracial couples usually are.
Because they kept them apart so hard.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shit, up in New York, they're like, you know what? No, I don't want to fuck black people. And they're like, oh, what, are you racist? No, I fucked 5 of them today already. You know, I'm done. You know.
Corey,
Yes?
let me ask you this question: does it
Corey?
agitate you that when we do see like black people in normal, it's always that like the struggles, like Selma and all those movies? That's the only time you'll see the black people kind of prominently propped up.
No, I do not feel that way. I tell you why. Because my problem here, and you make a point. I mean, you make somewhat of a point here, because I think a lot of black people, they're saying right now, a lot of black people are saying right now, you know what? I'm getting really tired of seeing these black struggle movies, and we most recently heard that with Selma. And, Selma's Oprah, and she's in there again, getting her ass beat and everything.
That's what she does.
Yeah.
Detroit, New York, Los Angeles, inciting large-scale arrests and sympathy marches.
I'm very aware of that, Mr. Hoover. What I do know is nonviolent. What I need to know right now, what's Martin Luther King about to do next?
The thing is that, yeah, I'm one of those people, I get tired of seeing black struggle movies too. But I'm only tired of seeing them in the sense that, like right
Like
here,
The Help.
like there. I'm getting tired of Oprah being a billionaire, and then every movie I see is like, oh Lord, I got my husband again. Oh shit, Lord, you're a billionaire woman. But here's the deal: no, those movies are needed, man. Those black struggle movies,
They are needed.
We need them, man. With the
Because
thing,
for some, like people in the Bible Belt and all that, the old timers, that's the only language they understand.
yeah,
Some shit like that. Yeah.
that's the only shit they understand. These people, man, getting murdered by these cops, and again, not saying that not every cop is a murderer, not every cop is out there trying to shoot people, but it's a thing, and it's something that's going on. And I saw Selma. We did our review on the last show, the last movie review extravaganza, and this movie, it was frightening how much it actually reflected some things that are going on today.
Yeah.
It was scary, man, and. So I said, well, I can't say that I don't want these movies, because obviously these movies are still necessary. My problem is about balance.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. I don't see any movies that are really like me, where I see characters like me, black characters like me. But no, they're quick to make a movie about a struggle movie, because these movies are easy Oscar grabs. And so it's and they don't think,
yeah.
and they don't see people like myself and Tommy, just normal guys, as money.
If it's like guys like us in a movie, we're like the token black guy in a group full of white friends.
Yeah, we're like, hey guys.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
so
We're
it's
always
like-
in the background, oh, what are we going to do today? What's the adventure going on now?
That's
all that
awesome.
kind of shit.
Yeah, like New Girl.
Yeah, we're the guy in the background. We don't get a love plot.
No.
We don't we don't get a love triangle or
They say
anything.
like 3 things like, oh, hell no.
You know what? You know what? I ought to take a poll for this right now. Well, go ahead, Ray.
Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh shit!
You ever heard of a
I was like,
group
damn.
called
Well,
the Get Two?
do y'all even have black people? Because I went to Wisconsin and they were like, they thought I was a fucking unicorn. They were like, we never seen anyone so dark. I don't know they made them. Like,
No.
No, they made him
man,
dark.
I just. And this is just me. I was raised in Georgia, so like I've grown up with like black and white people being married. But I'm what the fuck is that?
Oh, sorry. We just give you a little backup here. You're like, I'm from Georgia, and for some reason, like,
Georgia.
I was like, outside the blue room, my Ray Charles.
But I grew up there, and I guess I've always seen black people and white people married and dating. So like when people are like, it's weird that I guess like society's out of touch. For me, it wasn't. I feel like maybe I'm just oblivious to it because even now I see. I don't think it's as taboo as it used to be at all. No, it's. I think it's fine. It's just.
If you're under 50, maybe, but if you're over 50, you're not going to see that. Like, you're not really going to see Morgan Freeman and Susan Sarandon in some sort of movie.
Man, don't nobody want to get Morgan Freeman.
I don't want to see Morgan Freeman with anybody.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman look like a chocolate chip cookie with an afro right now. Come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to get with Morgan Freeman right now. You like that? Yeah. Sarandon. I can still get it up. I don't know what that
Morgan
was.
Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Can't nobody do Morgan Freeman.
Nobody can do Morgan
But hey,
Freeman.
man, I think we're fine. So don't worry about it, my friend.